I'm Ms. Artastic, and in this episode we're going to draw this golden retriever. It's so cute! And we're going to be using some oil pastels and watercolor paints to make this artwork. So grab those art making mediums and a color piece of paper, and let's make some art. Alright, let's make our dog. So we're going to use some oil pastel and watercolor paints to make our dog today. So we're going to begin with let's begin with a yellow oil pastel on some colored paper. So we're going to begin by drawing, can we see that? Nah, I'm going to switch a different color. Maybe I'm going to use light blue so you guys can see it. All right, just a light color. So we're going to start off with them zigzag lines up and down. We're going to draw some zigzag lines up and over just below for the eye sockets. And then we'll do 2 finger spaces and draw a dot. And then that's where we're going to add our nose. So we're going to begin with a line that curves around and up, then back down. Kind of like a lowercase letter T. We'll draw a line down, around and up on each side for the cheeks. Next, we'll draw some zigzag lines down on either side for the face. And we'll just draw some hatching lines on either side to create the idea that there's a snout there. And then before we continue, we're gonna pause here and we're gonna work on the never-ending painting.
It's time for the never-ending painting.
Welcome back to the never-ending painting, the painting that we work on a little bit every single episode. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video and come back every single week to see the progress on this painting. Remember, I only put red, blue, and yellow, our primary colors, on the palette to create this design. I can use white and black as well, but so far we haven't gotten there. Let's add something else to this little guy down here. I think I'm gonna have a long body. He's kind of floating through wherever world this is. Give it some wings. Maybe a stripe down its weird tail. That looks good. And maybe I need another little creature, so maybe we'll start another creature over on this side. Maybe I'll start off with 2 eyes. Add something to the pupil there. And then start the mouth. I'll leave that one there. And then we're gonna add a little paint. All right, so we got some new additions to this design. Isn't that weird? I love making things that are strange and unusual. All right, what color should this tail be? Maybe red? Maybe red? I'm just using the tip of my brush to make a nice fine mark as I work through these smaller areas. Maybe this creature's gonna be red too. Or at least the first part of it. Perfect, and that's where we're gonna stop today, and we'll continue on the never-ending painting in the next episode, so make sure you come back next week, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next update. All right, let's continue on our dog. So we're gonna have a circle on each side in those eye sockets that we've previously created, and we'll draw a smaller circle in each one. We'll draw a letter U below to create the tongue with a line down the center. And we'll draw some ears folded over to create sort of more of a golden retriever type of dog. We'll have some big zigzag lines down to the bottom. And we'll have a little tail peeking up on the side. And once you've done that, you are ready to add some color. So we're gonna get a nice bright light color here for the golden retriever. We're gonna add some hair colors first with our oil pastel, and then we'll add some paint with some watercolor, and we're just gonna add lines to create fur texture on our golden retriever. So working down the face, down the ears. I'm leaving some up here with nothing because I am going to add some white for highlights after. Down the body. Okay, let's switch and use like a brown. Well, I'll use the brown in some shadow areas. So around the eyes, we'll have a little bit of brown. Down the snout. In the ear where there's a shadow. In the inner ear area. And then just underneath the head where there's a cast shadow. Can even add a little bit on the forehead here for some markings. That's kind of nice. And then we're going to switch to white. Don't worry if your white oil pastels look dirty on the outside. As you draw with them, it gets, the part you're drawing with is always going to stay white, so you don't need to worry about dirty white oil pastels. We're going to add white lines along the top of the ears. Around the top of the head and down the snout. And just under the eyes where there's a nice little highlight there. You can even do the tip of the tail. We're going to color in the whites of the eyes with our white, and then we're going to switch to black. Use your black to color in the dark areas of the eye. So I'm gonna trace around them first, and then I'll color in the dark area. I'm gonna trace around my nose, but I'm not gonna paint it. Sorry, I'm not gonna color it in, I'm actually going to paint it. And then we're gonna use our black to trace over all our light colored lines. Now that we're done our drawing, we're gonna trace over all our lines to firm up some of our details. We always do black last so it doesn't smudge with our other colors and make our art messy. Perfect, let's finish our painting by using some watercolor paints and our paintbrush. We're gonna dip our brush in some water and we're gonna swirl, swirl, swirl in a golden retriever color. I'm gonna use a nice tan or gold and I'm gonna paint in my dog. Skipping over the nose for now. We can paint in your cheeks. We're gonna leave our tongue for now as well. Okay, for the tongue, we're going to mix together some red and white to make a nice tongue color. And then I'm going to get a bit of dark brown. I'm going to add that here and there just for some darker areas. And then finally, I'm going to get my black, paint in my nose with my black. I'm also going to use my black to make nice big spots around my background. So we're going to do big spots in black, and then we'll finish by doing little spots in blue. Big spots in black, little spots in blue. And this is going to create some repetition and pattern in our background, make our art a little bit more visually interesting. It's also going to give some movement to our piece where our viewers' eyes are going to bounce around looking at all the spots, but it's also going to create some emphasis on our dog because it's going to be different from all the spots. So the dog's going to be the only dog and everything else is a spot or a dot. And once you're done, your lovely dog artwork is done. Well, my friend, I hope you had tons of fun creating this golden retriever with me. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more art lessons. I post a new video every single week, so it's important that you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing. As well, good news, if you want to level up your art skills, I have the Artastic Kids online streaming membership website and is currently open for enrollment. So if you want to level up your drawing and art making skills and want access to hundreds and hundreds of different art lessons, full art tutorials, videos that you can stream to any device, then head on over to artastickids.com. I add 5 new videos every single month to a large art resource library of hundreds of different videos already in there in different categories such as things that go, plants, landscapes, animals, underwater insects, reptiles, and so much more. So check it out at artastickids.com.